Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get shared out. Yes, let me get shared out to my group. Awesome, 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 awesome. It is Monday morning mind shift. Monday morning mind shift. Yes, it's 7:30 a.m. But we getting our mind shift on. We getting our mind shift on. You know, when I come to you for Monday morning mind shift, it's really about providing you with the empowerment tips. My other Facebook lives are going to be about trainings, but Monday mornings, we need a boost. We need a boost of mind shift, and I typically like hot water. And when I go out to eat, I like hot water with honey. So I'm going to get a little taste of my hot water. I love it. I love it. I love it. Whatever gets you going is awesome. And for this Monday morning mind shift, I really want to give you 3 tips, 3 steps to make your Monday great. Hey, Christian, I saw your post on Facebook. I'm kind of out of the loop when it comes to Sesame Street Live, so unfortunately I can't help you. But I remember those days. Glad that you are with us this morning in the Mind Shift community for Monday Morning Mind Shift. As everybody knows, hopefully, and if you don't know, I'm attorney Gwen Davis-Yancey. I am your Mind Shift fulfillment strategist. I empower you and provide you tools to go from unfulfillment to fulfillment so you can stop being stagnant. Whether you're stagnant in your career, your business, or your personal life, and not a lot of times they're all intertwined. So it's all about mind shifting so you can stop being stagnant. And so I really want to get you these empowerment tips. And, a lot of times, and you may have heard me say this before, let me see who else is. I see some other folks on the broadcast, but I'm sorry, I can't see your name. So if you could put your name in, that would be awesome. And if you guys could put in hashtag Monday morning mind shift, that would be fantastic. So this is what I want to do. This is how you're going to make your Monday great. Because see, a lot of times we have been trained, and I want you to, respond with some hearts, with some likes. We have been trained to believe that Monday is a drudgery day. Monday is this day that you really don't look forward to, because even when you were little, what did you have to get back to doing on Monday morning? What was it? You got to go back to school. And see, this is kind of the problem with school, because school really is your first career. And so if you're kind of trained that don't really want to go to school, then that's going to impact and set up mindsets that impact you when it comes to your career, whether it's your 9 to 5 or your business. So you definitely need to shift from that. Thank you, Christian. Hashtag Monday morning mind shift. But we have been ingrained to look at Monday really from a negative standpoint. And I want you to shift that, because really Monday morning is powerful. Mondays are the days that you can set up how you want things to go for your entire week. So I've got some three quick tips, quick steps, whatever you want to call them, that I'm going to go over with you, because I want you to be real with yourself. Hey, Yolanda, good to see you. Good to see you. We got to be real with ourselves. We got to be real with ourselves on how we think about things. So if you kind of dread looking forward to Monday, or you get out of bed, it's Monday, you've got to mind shift. You've got to think differently and train your mind and your brain differently on how you view Mondays. Because maybe, how you view it, and not maybe, how you view it is going to set the precedent for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even your weekend. And you're not hanging on to get to the point of weekend. You are setting up your Monday week so that you are most productive. So, you want to be real with yourself on how you perceive Monday, real with yourself on your energy levels on Mondays, real with yourself whether or not you're susceptible to having a negative mindset on Monday, because a lot of times we are. And be real with yourself whether or not you tend to get more irritable on Mondays. Hey, Linda, attorney extraordinaire. I really love the work that you're doing with the foster care kids. It's just so fantastic. They really need it, especially the ones that are aging out. I applaud you. I applaud you. And let me know if there's some things that I can help you with. I just want to say that to you. But I want everybody to really shift how you think about Monday. And this is what I want you to do. There's three tips, 3 steps: prepare, plan, and propel. Somebody put that in the comments. Prepare, plan, and propel. That's what I'm going to talk about this morning. This is how you're going to make your Mondays great. And not just Mondays, but every day. Every day. You're so welcome, Linda. Every day. 1, prepare. You've got to prepare your mind. Prepare your mind so that you can begin the mind shifting process on how you view Mondays. So if you know that Mondays are typically difficult for you, if you know you typically get a little more irritated, or say, for instance, you drive to work and you know that the traffic back up is going to get you really irritated, and is by the time you get to work, you're going to feel like, oh, I don't really want to be here. You've got an attitude. It's going to affect everything. So you've got to plan your mind to be able to shift that. Or maybe you're an entrepreneur, and maybe Mondays make you feel more lonely, more alone in your business. And hey, being an entrepreneur you can feel alone in your business. You can feel that no one else is supporting you. And on Mondays, it can feel more overwhelming. And so you want to prepare your mind. How do you prepare your mind so that you can shift how you perceive Mondays? You are going to say out loud. You've heard me say before, it's self-talk out loud. Somebody put that in the comments. Self-talk out loud. Talk to yourself. I talk to myself. I know you may have grown up with people saying, oh, people talk to themselves, they must be crazy. No, I talk to myself. I motivate myself. I inspire myself, because, hey, if I can't do it for me, it's going to be very difficult for me to do it for somebody else. And it keeps me from relying on other people to be my inspiration, to be my motivation, to be my self-love. So self-talk, but do it out loud. If you're in your car, and say if you're the one, the person that's more likely to get irritated when there's traffic jams, then prepare your mind. Maybe you say something silly. Say something silly out loud, or something funny, or you're talking to yourself, but do it out loud so that your mind shifts. Your mind shifts to not focusing in on that traffic, because you can't do anything about that traffic, but you can do something about your mind. So prepare your mind. You're preparing your mind for the mind shift. You're preparing your mind so that you have positive energy. You're preparing your mind so that when you get to your destination, you are absolutely ready to discover, to learn, to activate everything that you need to do for that day, whether you're a 9-to-5 or whether you're a business, your career is a business. So prepare your mind. And then number 2, plan. You have been working on preparing your mind, because now your mind is prepared, that you are shifting. When that negative thought comes into your mind, if that negative thought came into your mind about feeling lonely on your business, or that negative thought came into your mind when that traffic jam, you want to now plan. You want to now plan. Now, of course, if you're driving, you can't write something down, but this is the planning stages. You're going to write down 1 to 2 goals. And if you're driving, then you're going to remember. You're going to say those out loud to your mind. until you get to where you are, where your destination is, so that you can write them down. And I don't mean some elaborate thing. I mean 1 or 2 words. So again, if it's about not having to get negative about traffic, that may be a goal for you. That may be a goal for you. That's how we have this road rage. You know, it's ridiculous. And when we get upset about traffic, something we can't do anything about, it increases all of the adrenaline, it increases the hormones, it changes our mood, everything. And so maybe your goal is you're not going to feel lonely or unsupported in your business, particularly on Mondays. So if you're an entrepreneur and you work at home, it can be harder when you work at home on Mondays. So what can you do to plan to shift that? You can make a decision to not work at home on Mondays. You can plan out, I am not going to feel lonely on Mondays, because again, it's back to you can't be dependent on other people for your motivation, your focus, your love, your self-love. You know, we hear it all the time, you know, well, he made me feel like I wasn't loved. She made me feel this. She made me feel that. He made me feel this. We responded in a way that we made ourselves feel. But because when you're dependent on love from someone else, when you're dependent on appreciation from someone else, when you are dependent on somebody else providing what you need on a regular basis, it's very difficult to not feel lonely. It's very difficult to be able to stay focused. So you want to plan. You want to plan. So we've got prepare, we've got plan, and now propel. Prepare, plan, and now propel. Propel is very important because now your mind is prepared. You have prepared that you're going to shift the way that you think regarding a particular issue. You have planned because you've written down as soon as you can. You've written down what that goal is. I'm not going to let traffic bother me. I'm not going to let feeling unsupported or being alone on Mondays bother me. I'm going to shift that. So you're going to propel. And what I want to read this definition to you, because propel means drive, push, or cause to move in a particular direction. So you have the capability to propel yourself so that you can, that plan that you prepared your mind to have for Monday, you can actually discover the best action steps for you that particular Monday. Because the reality is sometimes we don't feel the same every day. We just don't. And every Monday we're not going to feel the same. So maybe something that you need for today to help propel you is going to be different than maybe what you need for next Monday. So you want to propel your mind. So using those same 2 examples, when you propel, it's like you're activating your grit. And I'm going to be talking more about grit. I've talked about grit before, but we all have grit. But it's whether or not have you activated your grit. Are you using your grit? And this is what propel is all about. And so using that same traffic example to propel your mind so that you mind shift. Like I said before, say something silly. Say something out loud, empowering to yourself so that your mind shifts from what your mind was focusing on in terms of a negative response to the traffic. If you're feeling lonely, on Mondays, and you're an entrepreneur, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling unsupported, go to a Panera Bread. When you get up on Monday as if you're going to a 9 to 5. I used to struggle working at home. And I would tell myself that, I'm not good at working at home. I'm not as focused. I'm not as motivated. That was a decision that I was making. I had to propel my mind. I had to mind shift and propel my mind that no, if I'm going to work at home, I'm great at working at home. I'm great at working wherever I'm at. And so you can propel, you can begin to mind shift, go to Panera Bread, go somewhere that has Wi-Fi and that you're around people. And don't just sit there because, you know, if you're around other people, it's great, but interact. On purpose, speak to somebody, have a short conversation, engage, because we are meant to engage with people. We are meant to develop relationships. And who knows, you might meet somebody that ends up being a great business collaborator or a friend. And this will help shift. So recap, prepare, plan, and propel. And use those three to make Mondays great, and use them to make every day great. Use them to make every day great. And by the way, before I go, I want to make sure if you have not signed up for the Mindshift Journal Dive, make sure you sign up for the Mindshift Journal Dive. Somebody put in the comments, hashtag Mindshift Journal Dive. I'm telling you, it is going to be life-changing, transforming. This is not a vision board party. I am not knocking vision boards parties. I'm not knocking that at all. But I'm telling you, I know how many people have created vision boards, and that vision board is in the same place that the last vision board was in. And many times people mix vision boards with so much socializing, even drinking, that you're not really focusing. And not that everything has to be serious, but if you're creating your vision for the year and maybe for the next 3 to 5 years, you don't want to mix alcohol with all that. You don't want to just have it be you're cutting out nice, cute pictures because I want a big house or I want this, you know, the red bottom shoes or whatever. You want to have a serious approach to what you want to do for 2020, because you've heard me say before, 2020 sets the pace for the next decade, because this is the beginning of a new decade. So if you haven't signed up for the Mindshift Journal Dive, make sure you do. I will be posting again the link for the Mindshift Journal Dive. Begin to collect your notes, your past journals, your Post-it notes, your notebooks, and I'm going to empower you to be able to systematically go through those, because your gems are in there. The real you is in there. What you need to mind shift is in there. So make sure you sign up for the live. This will be my first live event for 2020, and I'm going to be doing quite a bit of them, and we're going to be doing some on live. So again, make your Mondays great. Prepare, plan, and propel. I'm Gwen Davis-Yancey, your Mindshift Fulfillment Strategist. I want you all to have an absolutely awesome day. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast. Please share this on your timelines, because we all need to mind shift. We're all on a mind shift journey. And then also look for my pop-ups, because I will be doing pop-ups. I will be doing trainings. I do kind of shift the times, because I between my law clients and my coaching clients, I want to make sure that I don't set a time that I'm not able to keep, because I can pretty much keep the 7:30 a.m. even if I have an 8:30 court hearing or an 8:30 meeting. And so I want you all to always remember that your mind is extremely powerful, but you have power over your mind to mind shift your life, your wealth, and your world. I'm Gwen Davis-Yancey. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Love you guys.